Testing, 1, 2. 1, 2. Time for a little high school volleyball on the airwaves of highplainsradio.net, Kicks 96.1, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel, highplainsradio.net, KICX app, Rich Barnett, Bob Golke. Hey, a little volleyball. This is kind of nice in the middle of summer. We get a chance to call a game, huh?
Well, it's a little feeling like summer out there right now, you know, Rich. And so, yeah, it's nice to be in the friendly confines of the Graf Event Center for what should be a very entertaining volleyball match.
Yeah, it's nice. It's about, 20 degrees cooler in here than it is outside. It's a hot day, but, boy, we got some great volleyball action. We got kids, you know, from McCook High, Arapahoe, Cambridge, Southwest, Juanita Palisade. We're thinking Chase County. We do have there's two from Chase County. Bryn McNair is not going to play tonight. The All-Stater not going to play tonight. Liz Reeves will play. North Platte St. Pat's. Hershey's represented. Highline, Cozad High School. Got it from a lot of schools, don't we?
Absolutely. No, it's a really good representation of the area, both east and west of McCook, or somewhat north and west and east as well. But, yeah, it's a great group of ladies. They've all had kind of their share of things during the course of the summer here, some of these all-star matches. A lot of the ladies, of course, double up and play basketball as well. So, again, just kind of a nice way to wrap up this part of at least of their all-star summer.
Thanks to all of our great sponsors helping us out our coverage once again, including Adams Bank and Trust, Hayes County Farmers Co-op, Herman Jones Funeral Chapel, Southwest Nebraska Physical Therapy, Maywood Insurance, Sandman Grow Yard, Stockman's Bank, D&D Service, Amateurs Bar and Grill, helping us out. Great sponsors of this contest. A lot of these girls played a lot of all-star games, going back to, oh gosh, what was the first one? With the volleyball, that would have been Cambridge. Well, volleyball, basketball with the Cambridge U and Mark did the Cambridge CSO All-Star games, the volleyball games there at Scotts Bluff. Western Nebraska had some of these girls played. I know Kaylin Barnett. I know Bryn McNair was there for that, playing on that one. You had the RPAC. A lot of the girls in the RPAC, the Maywood Hayes Center girls, Southwest girls, playing on that one, volleyball, basketball, and here we are with this one, and you got one more with the Coaches Association All-Star Game at the end of July during the Coaches Clinic. So, boy, these young ladies, volleyball, basketball, really can keep busy, can't they?
Well, again, put on some miles as well. And, again, how about a shout-out to the RPAC in that one tournament where they, again, the All-Star tournament, they were able to take care of two other conferences as they beat in their way there. So, again, which, you know, a lot of people, again, got kind of woken up. And, again, over the course of these last years, Rich, I mean, you know as well as I do, a lot of teams from the RPAC have been making state tournaments both in basketball and volleyball.
Yep. RPAC won 2 that night, as you said. They beat the Fort Kearney Conference in 4 in the first set, and then they just played best of 3, and they swept the Lou Platte Conference, who got past the Southwest Conference in the other semifinal, and then they just played 2 out of 3 in the championship. So that first semifinal between the Southwest Conference and the Lou Platte ended up going 5 for that one, and then it was just best of 3 afterwards. So
yeah, again, just a great representation for the volleyball that we see here on an annual basis.
We will take a break. We'll check the lineups and come back with the start of this game between the East and the West, the Wild West All-Star Volleyball Classic, coming up shortly on Kicks 96.1 and the Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Rich and Bob back here at the Graph Event Center, the East and the West. Bob, let's take a look at, I have no idea on starters, so we'll just take a look at both teams.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and go with the full rosters. We'll start with the East. Emerson Swanson, outside hitter, 5'5" from Arapahoe. Megan Dyer, middle blocker, 5'7" from Cozad. Brielle Miller, the all-time Cambridge set assist leader. She's a 5'6", and from Cambridge, of course. Matea Stubbs is also a setter and a defensive specialist. She's 5'5" from Maxwell. Zoe Evans is from Highline. She's 5'6", a setter and outside hitter. Mila Farr from Medicine Valley is a 6-foot middle blocker and outside hitter. Joy Rippon, of course, from McCook, 5'9", right side hitter and middle blocker. Kaylin Barnett, 5'7" from Southwest High School, of course. And Reagan Schroeder, 5'11" middle blocker from Cozad, and Graceland Weimers, a 5'9" middle blocker, also from McCook. The East team is coached by Ashley Palick. Going on to the West, we've got Hallie Bardsley, a 5'4" setter from Juanita Palisade. Kylie Hitmonic, 5'5" setter and hitter from Maywood Hayes Center. Talia Steinbeck, a 6'1" setter and outside hitter from Hershey. Bryn McNair, we mentioned her. She's going to be out tonight, unfortunately. She's a 5'11" and outside hitter from, of course, Chase County. Olivia Hansen, 5'9" middle from Maywood Hayes Center. 6-inch libero from Sutherland. May Siegel, 5'9" outside hitter from North Platte St. Pat's. Ashlyn Brose, 5'4" and setter and right side hitter from Maywood Hayes Center. And Callie Cox, 5'4" middle blocker, outside hitter from Juanita Palisade. And Elizabeth Reeves from Chase County, 5'6" setter and defensive specialist. And your West team coaches are Victoria Thomas and Janie Summer.
Of course, Victoria and Janie are former MCC players. It's kind of the players against Ashley Palick. Ashley has played volleyball in the past. Matt Chitwood is assistant coach over there. How about that?
Tell you what, he was putting on a little show before the game here, trying to get a few spikes during the course of before warm-ups took place. So yeah, I told him he got at least 6 inches off the floor, so no problem.
Well, back in the day, this guy could that guy could jump. Back in the day, I mean, we're talking about a 23-foot, long jumper and 14-foot vaulter, and he could run the 100 and 11-1. He could do everything. Well, exactly. But that was just a few years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, again, he did have a little help with the ladies' volleyball net height at 7'4" and 1/8 inches, by the way.
So what's the men?
7 foot. I think it's 7'9" inches.
Ooh, a little higher.
Yes,
a little higher.
Significantly higher.
All right, ready to go. Watching on our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. The West on with the those blue. I think they're blue. Navy blue.
Yep.
And the East with the white jerseys on. Ready to go here from the Graph Event Center. Michelle Headkey. We know Michelle is going to be she's doing the floor. Ty Piner, who is Coach Copes' new assistant, is doing the chair for this one.
That's going to take the big stand up there, going to get the view from the top.
Yeah. See, if Bob wasn't helping me, he would have been doing the chair, I guarantee you, for this one.
I think I would have just opted out for a line judge.
Are you getting the itch a little bit for fall?
You know what? There's clinics coming up. We had to register and get signed up and everything. So, yeah, as I told you before, got 5 matches for 2024 already.
You're set already. Overpass by the East by Swanson, and right there is Steinbeck, and you got a big 6'1", 6'2" body up there, and it's 1-0 West.
Yeah, again, she's really a double threat. She's a great setter from Hershey, has been for 4 years, and, again, also has that height to be able to just dominate at the net.
Short serve by Hedmonic, bump set by Weimers, back set and bumped over by Barnett. Chance for the West to use it right here. Bardsley the bump set. Callie Cox will push it over, dumped it over, and it fell over the block, and it's 2-0 West.
Yep, she saw the double block coming and just kind of lobbed it over there, and again, kind of the middle of the donut, as they say.
Really, these teams worked out today, and that was it. They worked out this morning for a couple of hours and get a chance to know each other, and that's about it. 2-0 lead, and it's going to be an ace serve. Joy Rippon back row, could not dig it up. It's 3-0 West.
Yeah, again, I mean, everybody's just operating on raw talent for the most part. You just don't know what kind of shape you're in for these types of events.
Yeah, some of these girls have been in all-star games and working out. Some probably maybe touching a volleyball for the first time in a while. Back row pass by Rippon could be set by Stubbs. Near side Barnett off the net, pops it over, picked up back row, set by Siegel. It's good to pick up by Siegel. Chance for the East, and now a roll shot over, picked up by Weimers. Right there, the West. Hedmonic tipped over by Cox right there. Barnett for the East. Stubbs right there with the middle of Weimer's. Dug up by Bros. Overpass knocked down. And we got a net violation against the West All-Stars and point East for the first time. It's 3-1 West in the first set.
Boy, a great dig by Joey Rippon there to keep that ball alive, too. Talia Steinbeck had a spike going down the left sideline. And again, Joey Rippon kept it alive, and they eventually ended up for the point for the East.
Back to serve, Brielle Miller. Coach Carpenter would like to have her for another year, that's for sure. Setter's been, starting for 4 years down there. And those hitters down there this year are going to miss her, no question about it. Shanked a little bit on the pass by Callie Cox, giving an ace serve, and it's 3-2 as the East gets a point back.
Yeah, again, I think I was in the stands, actually, the night that Brielle Miller broke the Cambridge record there for set assists.
3-2 ball game. Miller on the good serve right there as Cox. Hedmonic jump set far side. Bardsley swats it over. And back row, nobody can pick it up. It's 4-2 on the points.
Yeah, really placement more than velocity on that particular ball. Just found the open spot in the back row.
Probably would have had another Cambridge girl down here, if not for a big wedding down there in the Kent family this week. I have a feeling JC probably would have played.
What kind of an excuse is that?
I know it. On the serve, hits the top of the tape. Steinbeck, a serve point to the West, and the West's got a 5-2 lead.
Yeah, again, just a little bit fortunate there. Hit the tape, and again, just falls outside the front or behind the front row and in front of the back row.
Telling Steinbeck, of course, having a dad that's like 6'7", it really helps out. With the serve, hits the top of the tape, dug up. Swanson now set over by Weimer's. Chance for the West user. Hedmonic, pushed over by Bardsley back row. Back pedal is Swanson, set by Miller. Near side is Barnett. Cross court, and it's a touch at the net. It was a touch in the net. Point to the East. It's 5-3.
Yeah, not sure if maybe Kelly Cox got a hand on that or whatever, but just did definitely. Line judges called it right away, and the chair official as well saw it.
Gracie Weimer's back at the service line of 5-3. Short serve, good dig, overpass right there. He got her fingertips. And now hit over by Barnett, trying to find a hole. Good dig, fisted by Hedmonic, sent over by Siegel. Chance for the East. Barnett from Miller down the line, dug up by the West. Hedmonic far side. Siegel gets a swing off a block, dug up, still alive, and swung over by Barnett. Rose, good first pass. Hedmonic far side. Siegel off a tip of the net right there. The West. Or the East has it. Miller, near side, Barnett, swing off a tip, and it kills good. They had the tip of the net, but it falls. Couldn't be dug up. It's 5-4.
Yeah, long rally for that particular point. Again, good saves and good digs. Probably a little easier to get your timing on defense because you're just reacting as opposed to offense when you're trying to run set plays.
5-4 West in the opening set. Set up by Hedmonic. Siegel off the tip of the net falls, and it gets a hard smash right there. It's 6-4 West.
Yeah, she didn't look like she missed a beat on that one there. For again, great career for her for North Platte St. Pat's.
Didn't go out for basketball this year, which she played volleyball. Didn't go out for basketball. Had a great track and field season. Great long jump, triple jumper this year. And a missed serve in the net was Kelly Cox. Missed serve, 6-5, point to East, and with the serve. We'll see Ashlyn Bros back in the back row. And it'll be Kaylin Barnett at the service line. It's 6-5 West. Good serve. Hedmonic right there. Going to be set by Bardsley. Far side Siegel. Cross court kills good. She's got some mustard on that early at 7-5.
Yeah, again, it's just amazing. When those sets are in the right place, you can make any player look really good. And again, she doesn't need any help as nice a player as she is.
7-5 ball game in the opening first set here from the Graf Event Center, McCook Community College. And Liz Reeves from Chase County, missed serve, the lefty in the net. Chase County got a new coach, volleyball coach this year. And who it is, I cannot remember who it is. I brought it up, but now I don't remember the name.
Don't tease us like that. Please don't tease us like
that.
Coach
Lambert stepped aside. Growing family, young kids, and they got somebody new there. New face there. 7-6 ball game and a missed serve right back of Stubbs in the net. 8-6 West in the opening first set.
Yeah, again, these kind of errors, too, just not really surprising. Again, just trying to get into the flow of the game. I mean, each set's going to be better as far, probably with less mistakes as well.
On the service, May Siegel. A little sideways by Swanson. Stubbs now fisted over by Weimer's. And Hedmonic back row, picked up by Barnett. Stubbs back sets, pushed over by Millifars in the front row from Medicine Valley. Hansen tipped. And in the net Actually, Steinbeck thought it was for her. Hansen was swinging at it. Both missed it. It's 8-7.
Yeah, again, a little collision there just as to who is, I got it, you take it type of a situation there. So, again, back and forth. Again, little kind of mini runs by teams, 2 and 3 points at a time.
Emerson Swanson, Arapahoe, high school standout in the net. Both teams missing serves. 9-7 ball game. West by 2 in the opening first set. Got a couple of injuries. We mentioned Bryn McNair not playing. Megan Dyer for Cozad, she's out with an injury as well. So both teams with a player that's suited up but not playing. Bryn's suited up. Megan is not suited up. Ashlyn Brose back at the service line. Good back row pass by Swanson. Stubbs back set. Joy Rippon. Cross-court kill with the right hands on the way. Good. Point to the east.
Normally used to seeing her go with the left hand there, but again, just was in a perfect spot. And really, again, just better placement on that one. 9-8
ball game. We'll see Rippon back at the service line.
We have volleyball underneath the bleachers, so bringing in the second one.
Yeah, good old buddy Lance is right here. He's going to go chase that bad boy. That's his job for the night. Rippon on the good serve. Back row pass to Hedmonic. Reeves set the middle to Steinbeck. Right there, dug up by Stubbs. Bump set, kept alive, and Rippon sends it over. Right there is Steinbeck, front row. Reeves back set. Hedmonic gets a swing, pops it over, and it falls. Just a little change up that time, and it fell.
Yeah, again, acted as if she's ready to get up and spike that. And, again, just kind of found the center of that East defense there, right in the middle of the donut.
10-8 ball game. We'll see Bardsley checking back in for Reeves for the West. We'll see Kylie Hedmonic back at the service line. Of course, Kylie, what a great career she had at Maywood Hay Center. 4-year starter, playing a ton, getting to a couple of state tournaments. Back row pass by Farr, going to be set by Stubbs. Near side, Barnett gets a swing over a double block, tipped, dug up back row, and couldn't be picked up front row. Brose, good pickup, but front row couldn't help her out. It's 10-9 West by 1.
Yeah, again, great dive by Ashlyn Brose to keep that ball alive, but again, just unable to get anything past the next pass.
Brielle Miller, Cambridge High School, back at the service line. 10-9 West lead. Back row pass by Cox. Hedmonic jump set. And going to be net violation against Hedmonic across the line, apparently, and point to the east. We're tied at 10.
Yeah, had the whole foot apparently over the center line there. Referee Michelle Hedke pointed at the line with that signal.
Eagle eye. Didn't miss that time.
Proper form.
There you go. Good serve, good dig. Popped over by cross-court kills on the way, and good by the West. Bardsley that time with the kill, and it's 11-10 West.
Yeah, really sharp angle on that kill to find that back corner on the right side.
And Steinbeck back at the service line. 11-10 ball game. West with the lead. Back row pass to Swanson. Bump set by Barnett. Off the tip, the tape, it's sent over by the East. Chance for the West. Hedmonic sends it over. Chance for the East to use it right here. Brielle Miller worked the middle to Gracie Weimers. Off the top of the tape. Good dig by Brose. Kept alive. Cox will push it over. Chance for the East. Bump set by Miller. Push over by Barnett. Hedmonic, Cox, far side. Siegel, back row in front of that line's on the way and good. And she's been the kind of the most impressive hitter this first set, hasn't she?
Well, and again, she's just gotten those sets in the right place, too. Again, so far the West seems to have had, their points, it's 12-10 games, so it's very close. But again, their points, they've gotten a lot more, it seems like, hitting potential.
Low serve, good dig by Barnett. Gracie Weimers cross court, dug up by Steinbeck, set by Hedmonic. Siegel in the net. That one, maybe jinxed her with that last comment. That time didn't clear the tape, and it's a point to the East. It's 12-11 West.
Yeah, the East had a double block set up there. I think she's maybe trying to cut it just a little bit too much.
Gracie Weimers back at the service line. McCook High School. And short serve right there is Brose, set by Hedmonic. Bumped over by Siegel. Chance for the East to use this right here. Good first pass by Weimers. Miller worked the middle this time, tapped over. And a chance for the West now. Good dig back row, the East. Now Barnett, 10-foot line sends it back row. Picked up back row by Brose. Set by Hedmonic. Siegel into the swing. Blocked by Rippon there with the hand straight up, and it deflects backwards. We've got a tie ball game at 12.
Yeah, again, boy, double block right there. Perfect placement by the East and able to deflect that, and nobody was able to get that from the West at the back line.
Tie ball game at 12 in the first set. East and the West. Good serve by Weimers. Back row pass by Hedmonic, or by Steinbeck. Hedmonic now sent over by Cox. Right there is Weimers. Going to be set by Miller. Barnett gets a swing. Dug up by Steinbeck a little sideways, and now sent over by Steinbeck on the third pass. Right there is Rippon for the East. Miller, Barnett the swing. Back row by Steinbeck. Push over by Siegel. And we're going to have 2 hits. Get a caller for 2 hits. And the East has got their first lead of the set, Bob, 13-12.
Yeah, again, they've hung in there, and again, just to get these little kind of mini 2-point runs. Again, and that's one of the things, too. Ball handling has to be just kind of rusty for all the players out there.
13-12, Hedmonic. Siegel gets a swing. It's off a block out of bounds. The block was there for the East, but hit a little sideways. And we're tied at 13 after set number 1.
Yeah, again, now Siegel will move to the middle. Olivia Hansen comes in. She'll take the front left position.
We're going to play 3 sets no matter what. But if there's as far as I know, if there was a 3-set sweep, then we're done. They're playing best of 3. So Hedmonic sets it up. Siegel off her fingertips. She got maybe missed time to jump just a little bit. 4 hits going to be called. 14-13. East has got the lead back.
Yeah, again, just kind of hit the top of the tape there and just unable to crawl over.
Kaylin Barnett back at the service line for Southwest High. On the good serve. Back row pass by Steinbeck. Bardsley, far side. Swing down the line by Hansen, and it's off of Barnett. Goes out of bounds and point to the west, and we're tied at 14 apiece.
Yeah, again, nice attempt by Kaylin Barnett there, but again, boy, that was just right down the line by Olivia Hansen.
Elizabeth Reeves, Chase County High School back at the service line. 14-14. It's I think maybe 2 points has been the biggest lead in this set. That's it. Pass a little sideways by Swanson. Fisted over by who hit?
I think that's Brielle Miller.
Was that Brielle that kind of fisted over? And boy, line drive and couldn't be picked up. It's 15-14 East by 1.
Just kind of reached out, and again, like we said before, and probably will again, it's just its placement as much as anything velocity-wise.
Stubbs back at the service line. From Maxwell High School, and in the out-of-bounds pole and point on the missed serve to the west, and we're tied 15. Trying to go down and pick on that line a little bit, and a little bit too far to the right. Siegel back at the service line. Back row pass by Rippon. Going to be set by Stubbs. Rippon gets a swing off a partial tip of the net. Reeves, far side, down the line, out of bounds. Did that look wide to you? Man, it looked like it was a foot outside, but they said it was in.
Well, sorry, I flinched there. I gave the out signal with my hands because I thought it was 6 inches outside.
Oh my gosh! But our eyes
fortunate for the West.
Our eyes are going a little bit more every day. Bad pass by the West or by the East, and it's a 2-point lead. 17-15 East All-Stars or West All-Stars. Steinbeck, not Siegel back to serve from North Platte St. Pat's High School. Picked up by Swanson, going to be set by Stubbs. It's off the partial tip of the net, swings on the way. Miller Farr is on the way and got a net violation nevertheless against the West. Point to the East, and it's 17-16 West by 1.
Yeah, Stubbs has also had some nice sets for the East there too, and that was unfortunate because again that was clearly going to be a point for them.
And we'll see Emerson Swanson back at the service line. A line drive serve. Reeves. Hansen didn't quite get a good approach that time. Chance for the East. Stubbs near side. Rippon cross court. Fisted. Nice job by Bros keeping that thing alive off the net as Steinbeck sends it over. Chance for the East to use it to work the middle this time. Gracie Weimer is in the net. Point to the West. 18-16. West by 2 in the opening first set.
Yeah, again, just Gracie Weimer's unable to get that quite at the top of her jump there, and again, just kind of came down on it a little too much and hit the top of the tape.
Ashland Bros, Maywood Hayes Center, standout, back at the service line. Back row pass by Swanson, set by Stubbs. Rippon off a block and can be picked up. Count the kill that time for the East, and it's 18-17.
Yeah, Talia Steinbeck and Callie Cox at the net for the West there, but again, able to get that ball between their arms for the point for the East.
Joy Rippon back at the service line. 18-17 on the serve. Good short serve, good dig by Bros. Reeves sets it up. And the kill is on the way by Steinbeck. That was all set up by a great dig off the first pass, and the kill came after that.
Yeah, I think you kind of relax when you see that. You think you might have the point, and then the next thing you know, again, right person in the middle there for Talia Steinbeck for the West.
I forgot Joy shoots basketball left-handed.
Correct.
But she hits the volleyball right-handed. Isn't that weird?
That would seem.
I
guess I'd never noticed over the course of time.
Barnett House sent it over. Just a little roll shot over. Chance for the West, or to use it right here. Steinbeck cross-court kills on the way, and good. It's there's your first 3-point lead of the match right there as the West, it's the first one to 20. It's 2017.
Yeah, again, they're starting to get those sets even a little closer and tighter to the net, which has worked out well for Steinbeck.
2017 ball game. Hedmonic back at the service line. Going to Doan, run a little track and field for Coach Phi. Barnett swings it over. Back row kills on the way, and good. 20-18, East gets a point back.
Yeah, stops the momentum, at least for now. And again, good placement by Kaylin Barnett there. Just split the two defenders in the back row.
Brielle Miller back at the service line. 20-18 West with a 2-point lead. Biggest lead has been 3. Miller at the service line. Good short serve. A little sideways. And now hit over by Cox. Chance for the East to use it. Set by Miller. Barnett gets a swing. Cross-court kill. It's off. A Seagull goes out of bounds. And a point to the East. It's 20-19. East within 1.
A little mustard on that attack by Kaylin Barnett there again. Didn't give her a chance to react on that. And I don't know if it would have. I think it would have stayed in that back corner. So again, hit off the player regardless.
Brielle Miller back at the service line. 1-point game. 2019. Short serve. Cox right there. Set by Hedmonic. One-hand set that time. Kept alive by the East. Miller. They go near side. Barnett a swing. Tapped it over. Double block. Picked up by the West. Steinbeck down the line. Good dig by Rippon. Set by Miller. Near side, Barnett swing, cross court. Siegel's right there. Hedmonic. Steinbeck off of the East, out of bounds. Point to the West. It's a 2-point game, 21-19.
Yeah, nice save by Emerson Swanson. Nice save by Joy Rippon for the East. But again, the West just able to keep attacking there at the net. Able to find the open spot.
Talia Steinbeck back to serve. For the West up by 2, 21-19. And a missed serve in the net, 21-20 now. West by just 1.
Back and forth we go. Just when you think kind of a little separation, a couple of quick points.
And back to serve once again is Gracie Weimers on the short serve. Didn't make it, didn't clear it. 22-20 in the mid serve. Hansen checks back in front row. Bros will check out. And Callie Cox wanting to palisade back at the service line. And in the net. These missed serves. Man, if it's a regular season state tournament, Bob, I'll be pulling my hair out.
Running some laps on Monday for a few people here, I'm sure.
And be missing serves.
Not when you get to the 20s.
Yeah.
You know, again, you just got to get it over.
Barnett back at the service line. Short serve, good dig, overpass. Sent back over by the East. Chance for the West to use it, and now bumped over by Siegel. Rippon right there, Miller. Rippon gets a swing off a block, can be dug up. Yes, tight in the net. Now bumped over by Bardsley. Barnett, good dig back row, bump step by Miller. Sent over by Rippon off the top of the tape. Saved by the West. Siegel kills good. 23-21, West by 2.
We have seen some really nice defensive plays, and again, that's the athleticism that we have here with both of these teams. Again, digs, Kaylin Barnett with a big dig for the East there, but again, it just seems as if the West just seems to get more sets at the net.
Coach, do they get timeouts in this game? Because neither team is calling. It's only been and another missed serve, 23-22.
I assume it's still still the 2 timeouts, I'm sure.
23-22, so the chance for the West to kind of maybe get a chance to win it with the serve, but can't do it. Stubbs back at the service line. Got Schroeder in the front row with Rippon and also with Millifar. 1-point West lead. Good serve right there is Steinbeck. Back set Bardsley. Cross court out of bounds wide. No touch, and we're tied at 23, Bob, deep in the first set.
Yeah, try to go cross court, so to speak, with that kill, and again, just sailed, avoiding the block, and the ball just sailed there past the corner.
Stubbs back at the service line. Big point at 23 all. On the serve, and an ace serve. Steinbeck and Bros kind of looked at each other, and here's set point number 1, and a timeout burned by the West. 24-23. Back to the Graf Event Center here shortly on Kicks 96.1. Rich and Bob back here at the Graf Event Center. Bob, 24-23. East has set point number 1. West burns their first timeout. Chance to win it right here after the West has led most of the set.
Yeah, again, if you had percentage of time in front, I mean, it'd probably be 85 to 15%.
Yeah.
All that matters is the first to 25. So, again, that last serve, too, looked like it had a bit of a knuckleball on it, too, Rich. I mean, and again, it kind of froze the defenders in the back row there with Steinbeck and Bros.
Yeah, had a little movement on that for sure. Set point number 1, Stubbs in the good serve. Back row pass Hedmonic, going to be set by Reeves. Hansen pushes it over. Right there is Rippon. set by Stubbs. Back set, Miller far, cross court. Good dig, Reeves. Hedmonic, Hansen, roll shot over, dug up. Bump set by Farr. Schroeder, cross court, dug up by Steinbeck, and now Steinbeck pushes over on the third chance. Barnett's right there for the East. Stubbs, near side, ripping cross court, hit straight up by Brosen, a good save, bump set by Steinbeck, and now free balled over by Siegel. Chance for the East to win it right here. Set, Stubbs, near side, ripping down the line, wide, out of bounds, no touch, and we're tied at 24.
Well, yeah, out about the width of the volleyball, too, and stuff. Boy, good rally there. That's one of the longer ones in this set so far.
And now it's May Siegel back. North Platte St. Pat's back at the service line, tied at 24 piece. Back row pass by Rippon, going to be set by Stubbs. Back set, Schroeder didn't quite get a good approach. Bumps, free balled over, or it's set over. Overpass that time. And now bumped over by the West. Pushed over by Stubbs right there, the East, or the West right there. It's a little ugly right now, but they're just setting things up. Rippon cross court kills good. There finally the East set up good bump set spike. And it's 25-24 in set point number 2.
Yeah, I mean, neither team could really get control of the ball. It was just kind of reactions and never had to get a set play. And, again, sometimes these players, they haven't played with each other for a lot. So, again, you're kind of getting players not wanting to get in each other's way.
Swanson back at the service line, and an ace service right in front of Bros. Gave it a good chase that time. 26-24. Again, the West had the lead most of the first set. But the East comes back, wins it by 2. We're back to the Graf Event Center for set number 2 of the Wild West All-Star Volleyball Classic next on Kicks 96.1. We're back to the Graf Event Center, getting ready for set number 2 as the East rallies to win set number 1, 26-24. Rich Barnett, Bob Golke, and man, I haven't mentioned the cameraman extraordinaire, Academy Award winning Cole Barnett, running the camera, keeping the scoreboard for us tonight. Brought him back. This is going to be the last game he does for us, for Bob. Somehow, somewhere, we're going to send him to college in Lincoln.
Well, does he know about the send-off after the match tonight? I mean, does he know about the new car?
He does now.
Oh, jeepers.
He does now.
Well, what the heck, But, yes, always fun to kind of close out the year with a little activity and to give Cole one more shot at it.
By the way, he does have a new car. We bought him a new car the other day. Close, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Has 4 doors. And no, it's a nice looking vehicle.
I was thinking of the old-fashioned Bugs, the old Beetles. So,
well, first set, it's a lot of kids rusty. Again, like you've talked about, they haven't played but just a couple of hours this morning with each other. That's tough when you just don't have the chemistry.
Well, exactly. But again, it's really interesting to see, like I said, the players still have those instincts. They still have those reactions. And the defensive plays have probably been more impressive, frankly, so far than the offensive plays. But again, that's just a matter of kind of getting used to each other. But again, very interesting how the West pretty much, actually it was, I believe it was 23-20 at one time.
Yeah,
and still
that's right.
Still the East came back. So again, very evenly matched teams, what you would expect.
Hey, how about this? They switched sides.
They did switch sides.
Is that going to happen in high school ball?
I have not. I'm trying to think if I've gotten any updates, and I have not heard that they are going to do. I think most teams and players kind of just like staying on the same side. So, but the college does it though.
College wrote, they switch. Yes. So all right.
I'll get my update. I believe it's July 27th at the meeting in Kearney.
Ready to go as the both teams are out. Ripon, Swanson, Stubbs back row for the East, Barnett, Weimers, and also far front row. Front row Steinbeck, Bros, and Hedmonic. Back row of Bardsley, Cox, and also Siegel is Ripon's good serve. Right there, Callie Cox set by Bros. And now a hit over and chance for the East to use it. Stubbs works the middle. Gracie Weimers off the top of the tape, and it falls. It's 1-0 East.
Again, found the open spot in the defense there. And again, once that hits the tape, just kind of takes a little bit off the ball, falls in there. Early lead for the East.
Joy Ripon back at the service line. Going to play a little basketball at Nebraska Wesleyan next year. Good dig that time on a short serve. Reeves sends it over. Back row pass by Ripon. Set by Stubbs. Barnett gets a swing off a block, and it falls. 2-0 East in the second set.
Yep, same thing again. Back row has to probably move up a little bit closer there to get the ball off the block. Again, nice attack by Kaylin Barnett. 2-0 ball game. Ripon back at the service line. On the good serve cross court. Cox right there. Sent over by Bros. Chance for the East. Stubbs. Back set far, and then she just with the long arms tipped it over, and it fell. It's 3-0 East in the second. Yeah, again, just kind of like almost like just a tap back is all, but again, found the open spot there. East 3-0 lead, biggest lead they've had.
Exactly right. Ripon back at the service line once again, picking on Callie Cox again. Good first pass to Bros. Cox in the net, 4-0. You think Bryn McNair's over there going, gosh, I just want to get in a little bit, but she's got out with an injury.
Yeah, again, you can just see the competitive nature that all these players, again, want to be doing their best out there.
Ripon right there with a good serve, bump set by Bros. Back row pass by Ripon, kind of hit it backwards, saved by Stubbs, and Barnett pushes it over. Chance for the West to use it. Near side, Steinbeck sends it over. Good back row pass by Swanson. Stubbs. Barnett gets a swing. Cross court. Back row. It's out of bounds. Was there a touch? Oh, my gosh. I thought there was a touch back row. But
yeah, it seemed like the ball kind of changed a little bit. The near line judge kind of gave the old. I'm not sure about that, and the other judge called it out. So
I'm trying to get Michelle Hedke. That was a touch. They're not looking up here.
Nah, they're not.
Down the line, picked up by Swanson, set by Stubbs. Mellifar swing, out of bounds long. It's 4-2 back-to-back points for the West All-Stars.
Yeah, really caught that when she was jumping up there, and again, really didn't have much of a chance to get the ball down out by about 4 or 5 feet.
Tully Steinbeck back at the service line. Hershey High School, the Panthers. Good serve, in the net. 5-2 on the missed serve. East gets it back. Miller back in the lineup. Brill will be up there setting, along with Zoe Evans of Highline. Brill back to serve on this one. 5-2 ball game. East, Miller, good serve. Bros, bump set, bumped over by Reeves. Right there is Ripon. Going to be set by Miller. Work the middle to Gracie Weimers. Cross-court kill. And it was wide. That one did look wide out of bounds. Mara Angle.
Yeah, boy, again, Gracie Weimers set up nicely there. Boy, excellent idea to go to that back corner, but again, just sliced a little wide.
5-3. Just missed an opportunity there. Again, the East won set number 1, 26-24. Bardsley back at the service line. Excuse me, that's not Hallie Bardsley. That is Lacey Bruner of Sutherland High School back at the service line.
Yeah, again, definitely West service errors have hurt them, too, to get any momentum.
Miss serve. Gracie Weimers back at the service line at 6-3 East in the second. Steinbeck right there. Bros sets it up to work the middle this time for a Siegel. It's off of Schroeder out of bounds. Block was there, but sent it wide into the crowd. It's 6-4.
Yeah, again, single block there by Reagan Schroeder, and again, had good height there and definitely had a chance to block that, but again, just good enough to change the direction, went off the forearm.
Now it's Hallie Bardsley back at the service line for the West, 6-4 East. Back row pass by Swanson. Tried to guide that pass over to her setter and hit it a little bit, just shanked it that time to her right. Ace serve at 6-5.
Yeah, Joy Rippon and Emerson Swanson there kind of just looked at each other after that to make sure who has what area.
Bardsley in the good serve. Swanson. Right there is Miller. Barnett in the back set. The right side hit that time. It's on the way and good at 7-5.
That looked like mid-season form by Brielle Miller with the good set and Kaylin Barnett with the kill.
7-5 ball game once again, and Barnett back at the service line. 2-point lead for the East. On the serve, back row pass by Steinbeck. Hansen dug up by Barnett, going to be set by Miller. Work the middle to Schroeder. Back row picked up by Steinbeck. Set, big swing, off a block, and the kill's good. The kill for the East by Siegel.
Siegel,
yeah,
yep.
May Siegel. 7-6 ball game, 1-point game. East with a lead. They've led throughout this second set. Back row pass by Barnett. Right there is going to be Miller. Far side, Rippon. Chance for the West to use it. Off the net, Steinbeck cross court picked up by Swanson. Miller, far side, Rippon swing. Back row, it's off of out of bounds off of Bruner. Back row out of bounds, 8-6. East by 2 again.
Yeah, again, great placement there. Reaching for the ball, didn't really get her feet underneath her then. Again, just kind of went off the forearms.
Look who's in the ball game. Bryn McNair came in back row.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I kind of told that she wasn't going to play, but
she told us.
Yeah, yeah, you were down there.
That's right. We actually talked to her. I'm just shocked. I know she won't be jumping. She cannot possibly.
Yeah. Back row pass, and good dig by Swanson, kept alive, and now Rippon sends it over. Chance for the West. Bardsley sets it up. Steinbeck cross-court kills on the way, and good. It's 8-7 as the West gets a point right back.
Yeah, again, good setup there for the West, and they again cross-court to that deep corner.
8-7 ball game. We'll see Callie Cox back in the front row. Hedmonic also Steinbeck as well. Hansen back at the service line. Back row pass by Rippon. Stubbs back set. Schroeder was out of bounds. I didn't know if it was a touch or not. Apparently not. We're tied at 8.
Yep, Schroeder long with the hit there. So again, a little early deficit by the West has been caught up there, tied at 8.
Hansen the good serve. Back row pass by Rippon. Right there is Stubbs. And we have a net violation against the West. Stubbs in the net, and it's a 1-point West lead, 9-8.
Yep, just a little too close there, setting up that hit for the East.
Hansen back at the service line at 9-8. Barnett, the good first pass, set by Stubbs. Rippon tips it over. Chance for the West. Bardsley sets up for Steinbeck. Down the line, kills on the way and good. It's 10-8. I think everybody kind of leaned toward the cross court, and she went right down the line, nobody home.
Yeah, good recognition by her. And again, 6'1", she is the tallest player on the court.
10-8, 2-point game. Back row pass by Rippon. Stubbs right there, sets it up. Millifar. Dug up by Hansen, set by Bardsley, tapped over. Oh, and now deflected over by the East. Chance for the West to use it. Work the middle to Callie Cox. Blocked on the play by Schroeder. The 6-footer of her own at the net, and it's 10-9. East gets a point right back.
Yeah, great double block by the East there. Bryn McNair, it actually came up right behind the front row, and the ball rebounded all the way to the back corner.
We'll see Emerson Swanson back at the service line. 10-9 West with the lead. East one set 126-24 line drive serve. Back row pass McNair and Monix, and out of bounds wide. Kind of shanked that time by Steinbeck front row. It's 10-10 ball game.
Yeah, again, significantly wide there, trying to avoid the block up front.
10-10 in the second. Swanson, hard line drive serve right there. Back row pass by Bardsley. Hedmonic sets it up, tapped over. And a little tap, over the double block. Nobody slid down. And the point, 11-10 West.
Yeah, again, Steinbeck, again, you have to respect her as a hitter there. And that time, again, she's really had good recognition. That time, saw the corner there with the double block coming, just tapped it over.
Kyla Hedmonic back at the service line, 11-10 West. Little lollipop serve. Stubbs gets a good look. Back set. Rippon, cross-court kills. Out of bounds wide. Points to the West. It's 12-10.
Yeah, I thought there might have been a tip there at the net, but again, just the way the ball sailed, it just passed the end line.
Back at the service line is Hedmonic. Good serve. Swanson right there, set by Stubbs. Gracie Wimmer's in the net, 13-10. Biggest lead for the West in this second set.
Yeah, again, a little bit far away from the net there on that particular set. A little bit tougher for Gracie to get that in.
Hedmonic on the serve. A little lollipop serve again. Swanson races up. Stubbs, far side. Weimers off the tip. Far, handled it off the block, but then shanked it out of bounds. It's now at 14-10.
Yeah, that time Gracie Weimers did get the good hit on it, but again, nice double block by the West.
West or East coaches, you do have 2 timeouts you can use.
Careful, there's a gentleman coming down the hall here that may not appreciate the things we're saying.
Oh, boy. Better get your bodyguard there, Bob. Look out.
In between set interview.
There you go. Ripping off picks it up with a good block. Weimer sends it over. And the West can't deal with it as the second pass went in the net by Reeves, 14-11. And the East will get it right back. Joy Rippin back at the service line. Front row with Barnett, also Weimers, and also Farr. Stubbs is your setter in there for the East. Good serve by Rippin. Right there is Callie Cox. Set by Hedmonic. Back set. Steinbeck down the line. Kills good. 15-11 West.
Line judge trying to avoid getting hit there, but again, nice call there, right down the line, yeah.
This line judge, I recognize her. She's a a freshman coming in from Amherst, a setter coming in.
Oh,
yeah.
Good call.
Probably should be playing in this game, but she's not from the area. You know, Amherst is not in the area. Barnett gets a swing off a block. Dug up by the West. Near side, big swing by Siegel off the block, and on the way good at 16-11.
Yeah, again, starting to stretch things out here, the West.
Yeah, she played, I can't think of her name. Gosh dang it. Yeah, she played for the Fort Kearney Conference in that RPAC in Minden. 16-11, 5-point West lead. Back row pass by Swanson. Bump set by Farr. Barnett, roll shot picked up by Hedmonic. Going to be set and pushed over by Hedmonic. Right there is Swanson. Stubbs, back set. Miller Farr just kind of swats it over and just it was the ugliest hit in the world, and it went in, fell in.
Yeah, it's almost kind of a backward tomahawk
there
move
you go.
With her forearm there, and again, fortunate enough to hit off the arms of the West players. So again, kind of stops the momentum for the moment.
16-12. Yep, East needed that in the worst way. Brielle Miller would check back at the service line. It's West by 4, 16-12, set number 2. East won the first set, 26-24. Hedmonic gets a good pass to deal with. Stiegel blocked. Dug up by the West right there. Stiegel again. Nobody can pick up back rope. Kills good at 17-12.
Well, can't give her 2 chances like that. And again, that was her reaction to tap that ball on the block as well.
17-12. Now Bruner back at the service line again. 17-12 West. Good serve. Barnett's right there. Going to be set by Miller. Barnett gets a swing. Pushes it over. Picked up by Hedmonic. Tapped over. East has it again. Miller. Far side. Barnett off the tip of the tape and can't be dug up by Steinbeck. Kills good at 17-13.
Yeah, again, going down that left sideline too. Again, top of the net just kind of throws everybody off a little bit.
Gracie Weimer is back at the service line, 17-13. West with the lead. Good serve. Back row pass Hedmonic. Bump set Bruner, and now bumped over by Siegel. Miller sent over by Schroeder. Chance tipped over by Reeves. Good dig back row by Rippin. Miller, far side. Barnett blocked. Sent over now on the return. Chance for the West here. Hedmonic. Instead of Siegel, taps it over right there, the West. Set far side. Barnett a swing, taps it over. Tried to find a donut open, and it wasn't there. Reeves. Now it's Hansen tips it over. Dug up, and now bumped over, free balled over by Weimers. West, Hedmonic's Hansen. Kept alive, far side Barnett off a swing, and it falls in off the block. It's 17-14, East with a point.
Boy, that was all about survival. I mean, just both sides trying to scramble to get something organized there. But again, East finally able to get it under control and a nice kill.
Good term there, scramble mode. Yeah. Good serve by Weimers that time, and kept alive. Oh, it came on the third pass. Boy, Hansen on the second pass managed to get a handout to keep it alive, but the third pass couldn't be sent over at 17-15.
Yeah, again, we've seen that a lot tonight so far. Just there's a lot of reaching there, just trying to deflect balls to keep things alive.
17-15, Weimer's going back row this time. Steinbeck hits it straight up. And now roll shot over, picked up by Rippin, a nice play. Miller, far side, Barnett off a block. And bumped by Hansen. Siegel blocked and out of bounds. Schroeder was there, but just couldn't quite get it sealed that time, and it's 18-15 West.
Yeah, again, she's really got a nice swing there. May Siegel from North Platte St. Pat's, going to be going to the University of South Dakota and majoring in exercise science.
3-point West lead in the second. Down the line, missed serve that time as Bardsley in the net. 18-16, East will get it back. Caitlin Barnett back at the service line.
Yeah, here comes the East again, kind of closing as things get closer to 20.
That's what happened the first set. On the good serve, back row pass by Steinbeck, set by Bardsley. Hedmonic will get a swing, back row picked up by Barnett, saved by Miller, and now bumped over by Barnett. Right there is Hansen for the West, tipped, and sent over. Nice stop by Schroeder. It's the set by Bardsley went overpass, and Schroeder right there, it's 18-17.
Yeah, again, was able to get off the floor quicker. Olivia Hansen really didn't get a chance to turn around and get a block on that.
Barnett back at the service line, trying to get the East tied up 18-17 in set number 2. And the good serve right there is Steinbeck. Sets Bardsley, Hedmonic. Good dig by Emerson Swanson. Rippin goes back row. It's hit a little sideways. Hedmonic and now sent over by the West. Chance for the East to use it and get a point. Dumped over by Brielle Miller in the first setter dump. I think that's the first one
That's
all night.
Exactly right. And again, really good timing by her to tie up this match now too. But you're right, we have not seen that. And again, that's a trick she's used with quite effectiveness for the last 4 years.
Oh, she did it. She was one of the best. No question about it. 18-18 in the second. Bumped over. West couldn't handle it. Couldn't set things up. Miller far side. Rip it off a block. Dug up by Siegel. Pushed over. The East right there. Miller, they'll work the middle to Schroeder. Cross-court kill, and it's on the line. Count the point. It's 19-18. The East has rallied again, and timeout. West All-Stars, 19-18 East. Back to the Graf Event Center here shortly on Kicks 96.1. Rich Bob and Cole back here at the Graf Event Center. Once again, a very similar second set, Bob, like it was, even though the East got out to the good lead early. The West came back, and now the East has come back.
Exactly right, yeah. I think 18-13 it was at one point now, so that's 6 straight for the East. Sometimes, too, in these kind of matchups, too, Rich, it's kind of your combinations in the front and back row just make a difference, too.
There was the first timeout, once again taken by the West. East by 1. Barnett back at the service line again, 19-18. Short serve. Dug up by Steinbeck. Kept alive. And sent over by Hedmonic. Boy, Hedmonic kind of took a little off that, but sent over that little push over, and Barnett couldn't reach it. It's 19-19.
Just kind of the two-hander, just right to the middle of the donut again on that one.
19 all, and now May Siegel back at the service line. North Platte St. Pat's standouts. Back row pass on a little miscommunication back row, and it's going to be an ace serve. It's 20-19. Zoe Evans back there, and I don't know, maybe that ball had a little movement on it as well.
Yeah, I think, again, there's just been a couple times you can just visibly see the ball kind of dropping.
So the West has come back with a couple of points, take the lead back. Barnett, good first pass. Brielle Miller, far side, Rippin. Cross-court kill, back row picked up by the West. It's bumped over by Hansen. Miller, they'll work the middle this time. Schroeder, cross-court kills on the way and good. And I tell you, that connection's starting to pick up a little bit too, isn't it?
Yeah, again, she's had a couple of nice kills. That one down the left sideline as the prior one was down the right sideline. So, again, Reagan Schroeder from Kozak.
20-20 in the second. Miller far. Ted Stubbs back at the service line, back in the lineup for the East. East up 1-0. 20-20. Stubbs in the good serve. Line drive. Right there is Callie Cox. And not in the greatest set in the world, and couldn't be pushed over. And just like that, the East with 2 points of their own, and they got a 1-point lead.
Exactly right. Yeah, Steinbeck there was just a short set there and had nowhere to go with that ball other than into the net.
Stubbs in the service line at 21-20. Line drive serve right there. McNair is back, play back row, push over by Hedmonic. Back row pass by Swanson. Set far side, Rippin gets a good look at it, cross-court kill. Nice dig back, overpass actually. Right there, Farr will send over the second pass. Chance for the West. Henmonic worked to Hansen, blocked, and can't be dug up. And we're tied at 21 apiece.
Yeah, Millifar had to reach for that one and got her hand pretty much underneath the ball there and just kind of lifted there. So, again, easy call for the official.
Olivia Hansen going to Mount Marty. Going to play a little volleyball there. Stubbs back set and in the net to Schroeder. And the West has come back with 2 points of their own and have a 1-point lead, 22-21.
Yeah, her first hitting error in a while, Reagan Schroeder there again, just kind of not set up there to attack the ball.
Hansen, good serve, back row pass by Rippin. Overpass that time, and right there is Steinbeck, 23-21.
Yeah, wrong person to have an overpass in front of.
And timeout. East All-Stars will burn a timeout. 23-21 West. We're back to the Graf Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1. Back at the Graf Event Center, Wild West All-Star Volleyball Classic, Bob, 23-21. The West was at this point last set and couldn't win it, ended up losing by 26-24.
Exactly right. No, the ebb and flow of this, especially in the last probably 6 points, has been very interesting to watch.
Olivia Hansen back to serve for the West. Ripping the good first pass. Stubbs right there. Millifar didn't have much on it. Callie Cox sets it up far side. Steinbeck sends it over. Stubbs tipped over by Schroeder. Chance for the West. Overpass Schroeder, tried to dunk it down, and right there the West, and blocked by off the Steinbeck hit. Sent by Henmonic. Steinbeck roll shot over right there. Kept alive by the East, and they're going to call 2 hits. Back row, 24-21.
Yeah, Callie Cox with 2 nice plays there on that particular sequence. I had a block at the net and then also saved one to keep things alive for the West. Set
point number 1 for the West. Right there is Barnett, going to be set by Stubbs. Rippin, the cross-court kill is out of bounds wide. No touch, and we're tied at 1 set apiece, 25-21. West wins set number 2. We're back with set number 3 coming up here shortly. Kicks 96.1 and our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel. Back here to the Graph Event Center, Rich Barnett, Bob Golke, Cole Barnett doing right on the camera on the scoreboard for us in this one. Wild West All-Star Volleyball Classic, 26-24 East in the first set, Bob, 25-21 West in set number 2.
Yeah, again, West was not going to let this one get away this time. So, again, we're able to close it out there. And again, it trailed early, but, again, we're able to get that lead and carry it on through. So, again, 1-1 as it should be, and we'll get ready for set number 3.
All right, who's going to win this pivotal set number 3? Always, you know, we're going to play 4 no matter what, that's for sure. So he's going to take that 2-1 lead as we'll switch sides again.
Well, and again, this will test the ladies' stamina a little bit here, too. You know, I mean, again, they haven't been on the court this long in a long time.
Kyla Hedmonic, Maywood Hayes center standout, will be back to serve. McNair's going to start the second set in the back row with also Ashlyn Brose.
Just can't keep her off the court.
No, exactly. Hedmonic, lollipop serve, picked up by Rippon, set by Stubbs. Barnett gets a swing off a block and tipped over, and it's out of bounds off the east on the save that time by Swanson, but sent it wide, out of bounds, 1-0.
Yeah, kind of caught him off guard a little bit there on that first point there, just tapping it over the net.
Hedmonic back at the service line. Rippon's right there, going to be set Stubbs. Work the middle to Gracie Weimer's cross-court kills on the way and good. We're tied at 1 apiece.
Yeah, her best hit of the night there. Cross-court there and just off the arms of Kylie Hedmonic.
Well, it seems like the East can mix things up a little bit. You know, they do that and they get their middle. Schroeder hit a couple of those shots, and their Weimer's looked pretty good. Just got to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, again, for the West, it's been a little bit more of a Steinbeck and Siegel show.
1-1 ball game and an ace serve that time. Brielle Miller back row, and it's 2-1 East. In set number 3 at the Graph Event Center. And back to serve Brielle Miller again. Short serve, good dig by Brose and sent a little sideways. Ace serve at 3-1.
Yeah, boy, was that a tough service.
Yeah.
Right on the sideline there. And again, Ashlyn Burrows had no choice but just try and dive for it.
Miller back at the service line, 3-1 East lead, tied at 1 set apiece in this one. On the good serve right there, back row is Kelly Cox, and overpass, good dig out by the net by Hedmonic, but then Cox hit it wide out of bounds. It's 4-1.
Yeah, just kind of had to reach behind her there with a right-handed swing, and the ball easily carried to the bench of the East.
Miller back at the service line. Good start for the East, 4-1 lead. Back row pass by Brose, going to be set by Hedmonic. Far side swing by Bardsley, good dig by Swanson, and bumped over by Barnett. Chance for the West to use it. Hedmonic worked the middle, Cox, and a little dump over, double block in the middle, and nobody slid down for the back row, and it's 4-2.
Yeah, again, right in front of the up official there, just the deepest of the corner there. Again, no chance at all for the East to get that one.
Nobody covered that time for the East. As Steinbeck back at the service line. 4-2 East. Line drive serve, good dig by Swanson, bump set by Miller. Sent over, back row kills on the way, and good. 5-2. On the kill by Zoe Evans from Highline High School.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned her name much so far tonight, but that was sure a nice kill.
5-2 ball game. Gracie Weimer's back at the service line. Short serve, Brose right there. Hedmonic, far side Siegel, out of bounds. Oh boy, she smashed it hard, but she sent it about 6 feet, 7 feet out of bounds. It's 7-2.
Now hoping to get a touch from one of the officials, but none to be found.
Actually 6-2 on the missed swing there. Gracie Weimer's back at the service line, and the net's 6-3.
Yeah, kind of killed the momentum for the East there. Had a nice run going.
Callie Cox back at the service line, wanting to Palisade. Has some subs as Hansen checking back in, and a miss serve, and 7-3. It seems like when one team misses, it kind of it's a
gets a little contagious.
Exactly. it just kind of both teams kind of miss a couple. Then this girl better not. Kaylin Barnett back at the service line. On the serve, Hedmonic right there, set by Bardsley. Big swing, Hansen. It's long, out of bounds. Yeah.
Yeah, hit the top of the net and then went ahead and went out. I don't think anybody got a hand on that.
8-3 ball game, East by 5. Barnett back at the service line. Now down the line, it's like Hedmonic right there, bump set by Steinbeck, and now Hansen, little roll shot over, good dig by Barnett, bump set by Miller, and sent over by Rippon, and the kill's on the way, and good, it's 9-3 East.
Yeah, Ashlyn Brose and Talia Steinbeck in the back row there. A lot of ground to cover with just 2 people, and again, just great placement by the East.
And the East got a good run going here, 9-3 in the third. We're tied at a set apiece. On the good serve, back row pass, Hedmonics right there. Bardsley tapped over right there, the East. Bump set by Barnett. Ripping a good swing off the top of the tape. Good dig by Hedmonic. Bump set, and nobody could dig it up on the third chance. It's 10-3 East, and the West got to burn a timeout. This thing's kind of getting away. 10-3 East All-Stars. We're back to the Graf Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1. Rich, Bob, and Cole back here at the Graf Event Center, and this is the biggest run of any team, either team in any set, Bob, 10-3.
Yeah, certainly. I think, again, West got out to, I think, the first couple points, and then it's been pretty much all East since then. Just, again, have been able to find some of the holes in the defense there for the West. And, again, just placement of the ball has just really been all important for them to get this lead.
And here we go off the timeout. See if that timeout can get the West All-Stars going a little bit. 10-3 ball game. Kaylin Barnett back at the service line at 10-3. Lollipop serve this time. Hedmonic right there. Bardsley sets it up, and chance for the East to use it right here. Brielle Miller ripping a swing off a block. Dug up there by May Siegel. Siegel gets a swing, a return. Good dig by Barnett, back rope, set up by Miller. Ripping down the line this time with the kills on the wing at 11-3. East increases their lead to 8.
Wow, Joy Rippon wanted to go, went cross court the first time, the second time just right down the line. And again, great dig by Caitlin Barnett to keep that ball alive. That was a big swing by Siegel.
Of course, that number 19 back at the service line. This will be her home court for the next 2 years.
Get used to it. Yep.
Yeah, playing for Coach Kopsa. 11-3 ball game. On the good serve right there is Steinbeck. Siegel, cross court, good dig by Swanson. Get a good shot that time, just kind of shanked it, couldn't keep it alive. It goes out of bounds, 11-4.
Yeah, just amazing. She even got a hand on it there, but again, just ricocheted out of the reach of everybody else.
1-1 in the third set. East won set 1, 26-24. West came back 25-21. It's been all East in the set number 3, 11-4. Reeves in the good first, the serve. Brielle Miller ripping, cross court. Right there is Brose. Bump set by Reeves, pushed over by Siegel. And out of bounds, wide. Ripping, good eyes that time. She was eyeballing it that time and let it go.
Yeah, again, boy, just tried to cut that corner just a little bit too close there and just out by about a foot. But again, Joy Rippon got a good look at it all the way down.
12-4 ball game. Stubbs back at the service line. And she'll set as well. And miss serve. 12-5 on the miss serve. Back at the service line is May Siegel. Norplatte St. Pat's. On the serve. Back row pass by Swan's going to be set by Stubbs. Back set by Gracie Wimmers. Back row pass picked up by Brose. Set by, now hit over by Hedmonic. And does actually was it blocked to the net? And then the West had a chance to keep it alive and couldn't.
Right, exactly. I think Schroeder might have got a hand on that or keep it going. But again, just kind of deflecting and again, not able to get the ball when it's deep in that corner.
13-5, back to an 8-point East lead. Emerson Swanson back at the service line. Line drive. Tough set by Reeves, and the set kind of carried her in to the net that time, and a point to the East. It's 14-5.
Yeah, Bryn McNair in the back row now just to kind of receive some serves, and again, that first set just kind of led Liz Reeves right into the net.
Swanson line drive serve here at the top of the tape. Good dig by Brose that time. Steinbeck cross courts, picked up by Swanson, going to be set by Stubbs. Rippon gets a good look, blocked, and falls in. What, I think Hansen right there?
Yeah, Olivia Hansen up front there with Kylie Hedmonic. Able to, again, great double block there, and the ball just fell in the spot that was open there on the sideline.
14-6. West needs a run here. In set number 3, Olivia Hansen back at the service line. 14-6. Back row pass by Swanson. Going to be set by Stubbs. Near side, Gracie Wiemers down the line. McNair kept it alive, and now pushed over by Hansen. Set by Farr, and nobody raced after it. Everybody kind of looked after that. Milla is not a setter. She'll admit it that time, but she did her best to keep that ball alive.
Yeah, again, just went kind of from one side to the other there, and again, just out of the reach of any of the East players.
I set it up for you guys. Somebody's got to go get it. 14-7. Stubbs dumps it over. Right there is Hansen. Reeves, far side, Steinbeck, and to be dug up, no. Falls, and it's 14-8 as the West trying to build a rally here in the set number 3.
Yeah, again, you got to respect her power, Talia Steinbeck, but again, just off the hands there, so it's able to follow the floor.
Good dig by Barnett. We set by Stubbs, worked the middle to far this time, blocked by Cox. Swanson, and now tapped over by Weimers, and right there, Hedmonic that time with a block. It's 14-9.
Yeah, Callie Cox set that up with her first block, and again, Kylie Hedmonic there right in the right spot.
Coach Ashley Palick wants a timeout. 14-9 as the West trying to come back to the Graph Event Center shortly. Kicks 96-1. Back here at the Graph Event Center, a timeout taken by the East All-Stars as both teams have burned a timeout. It was all East for the longest time, Bob. Building a 9-point lead. It seemed like it may be a cushion, but it's down to 5, now 14-9.
Yeah, again, a little mini run by the West here to kind of get themselves back into it. It's time to see if they can continue with Olivia Hansen serving.
14-9, set a piece in set number 3. A good serve right there is Swanson. Bump set by Stubbs. Weimers. Back row picked up by Hansen, overpass, and it's dumped down by Millifar at that time. Nice effort by Steinbeck to try to dig it up. 15-9, East gets a point back.
Yeah, good decision by Millifar there. Knew she didn't have to have any power on that one. Just go ahead and tap it back over and find the open spot.
Joy Rippin back at the service line at 15-9 in set number 3. McNair's right there. Hedmonic worked the middle of Steinbeck off a partial tip of the net. Bump set by Farr, and now bumped over by Swanson. Chance for the West. Reeves, far side, didn't have a high set at all. Stubbs works the middle of the Weimers off a block, and it's off the block of Callie Cox. Goes out of bounds. Point to the East, 16-9.
Yeah, Steinbeck no choice but to just tap it over on that previous set. So, and again, directly leads to the point by the East.
Joy Rippin back at the service line. Play a little basketball again for Wesleyan. 16-9. Short serve right there. Steinbeck pushed over, and they're going to call 2 hits against Hedmonic that time. It was almost an intentional dump over, wasn't it? Because she found a hole.
Exactly. No, I think she maybe was deciding at the last minute to go ahead and dump it over there as opposed to setting it, but again, just kind of got the rotation wrong.
17-9 is back to an 8-point lead for the East. Callie Cox cross court out of bounds. With no touch, goes out of bounds, and boy, just like that, 3 straight points after the pretty much timeout. It's 18-9 East.
Yeah, double them up there. And again, Callie Cox trying to go cross court, but just about a foot too long.
McNair right there, set by Hedmonic, work the middle to Steinbeck. And it's hit straight up, the rafters, and out of bounds.
Souvenir for some lucky fan.
Yeah. 18-10.
Maybe that's what would increase volleyball attendance, if you got to keep the ball.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's mention that. How much are volleyballs these days?
Ooh, goodness.
They're pretty pricey, aren't they?
Yes, indeed. I believe they are.
Hedmonic on the good serve. Back row pass by Rippin. Set by Stubbs. Barnett gets a swing this time. Cross-court kills on the way. Good. 19-10. And the East has a 9-point lead. Not like baseballs where they have a billion baseballs they can give away. 19-10 ball game. We'll see some subs checking back in. Zoe Evans back in front row for the East. And Brielle Miller back at the service line from Cambridge High in a 9-point East lead.
Yeah, they've really taken advantage going deep on most of their shots against the West.
Oh, McNair gets a back row attack that time. You can tell she's just not moving. That one sent long out of bounds, 20-10.
Yeah, she just can't get that enough of that, downward.
Hopefully those
I'm just shocked that she clearly said beforehand that she was not be able to do that.
Hedmonic pushed over by Steinbeck, pushed back over by the East. Hedmonic far side, tipped over by Steinbeck. Right there, the East have it. Bump set by Barnett, and now free ball over by Weimers. Chance for the West right here to use this one. Hedmonic worked the middle to Callie Cox, tips it over. And now bumped, and now free ball over by Weimers. 20-10 still. West, we're still playing. Hedmonic far side, Steinbeck down the line. Great dig by Rippin, kept alive by the East by Miller, and a great save. We're still playing. Hedmonic, far side, Steinbeck in the net. Boy, great defensive play by Brielle Miller that time.
Yeah, it took a long time for either team to really get a setup there, and Steinbeck looked like she was just going to cream that ball.
Yeah. Timeout, their last one, 21-10 East. We're back to the Graph Event Center shortly. Kicks 96-1. We're back to the Graph Event Center, 21-10, Bob. When McNair got that hit and just looked so ginger, I hope the UNO coaches aren't watching our feed.
Exactly.
Because they're not going to might not be very happy if they see one of their top recruits, with an injury playing.
Exactly. No, I mean, again, you could just tell me she elevated a little bit there, but just could not get the reach and the extension that she normally has.
21-10, West burned their final timeout, down 11. Boy, last time, not too long, it was 14-9. They were cruising, coming back, I should say, but after the timeout, the East got things going again. Looks like the East could have a lineup check. And at 21-10, it's going to be
almost wrong server.
Yeah, because Rippon had just served, so Miller's back to serve now. At 21-10 in the third, tied at a set apiece. Bros, tough pass, and they set up for Steinbeck. Hit backwards, going to be saved. A great save, a nice job of the East. Hedmonic sends it right back over. Chance for the East, bump set by Weimers. And now hit over by Swanson. West has a chance right here. Bardsley, far side. Steinbeck off a block. Good dig by Swanson. Save. And now hit over by Weimers. Chance for the West again. Hedmonic far side. Steinbeck again. Good dig back row by Rippon. Set by Miller. Barnett a swing. Cross court. Good dig by Bros. Going to be saved. Yes. The West, another nice save. Rippon, Miller. Work the middle. The Weimers off the top of the tape and dug up by Hedmonic. Sent over by Bros. Here comes the East again with a chance to use it. Miller near side. Barnett a swing. Cross court. It's off McNair. Out of bounds. And point at 22-10, East by 12.
Wow, great rally there. I thought actually earlier in the rally, Kai Hedmonic might have stepped across the center line. But again, a lot of action after that. And again, finally the East able to get the point.
Brielle Miller back at the service line. Big lead for the East in set number 3. Kelly Cox, the good first pass. They set up Bardsley far side. Back row picked up by Rippon. Bump set by Miller. Back row attack by Rippon. Dug up by, nice job by Hedmonic that time. Steinbeck off a block. Good dig picked up. Now pushed over by the East. Chance for the West user right here with Hedmonic. Dumps it over. And Miller did a good job, her best trying to dig that thing back up. But a dump over by Kyla Hedmonic makes a 22-11 game.
Yeah, I think that's the first successful dump by the West so far. I mean, Brielle Miller had one earlier for the East. But again, boy, big hill to climb for the West, though.
Back at the service line, it's Talia Steinbeck, Hershey High School. A serve, 22-12.
It's a good start.
Yes. Yep, for the West. Why number 19 didn't take that on that? Why didn't she take that? It was right at her.
She's discussing that with Miss Swanson right now.
That's called for grounding right there. They set up with the middle. Barnett and it kills on the way and good. Great setup that time for the East, and it's 23-12. And the East 2 points away from taking a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, the East continues to take advantage of usually only 2 players in the whole back row for the cover on the back area, I should say, for the West. So again, a number of those points have split those 2 defenders.
Gracie Weimers on the good serve, back row pass by Bros, Hedmonic far side, big swing by Siegel, but a good dig by the East, keeping things alive. Bumped over by Brielle Miller. Chance for the West, use it right here. Bardsley far side, Siegel again. It's off a Rippon out of bounds. Point to the West.
Can't give her a second chance. Great dig by Joy Rippon on the prior one too. So again, the East has really defended much better in this third set. And again, it shows in the score.
23-13. Callie Cox back at the service line. And we had a whistle. They're going to keep playing.
Yeah,
I don't.
She actually served early on the. I mean, it was his whistle motioning to serve.
Okay, Barnett's good dig by McNair, and now bumped over by Siegel. Back row pass by Swanson. Miller back set. Zoe Evans off the top of the tape and it falls in. 24-13, and set point number 1 for the East All-Stars.
Yeah, again, to further explain that, I think the player actually, again, served the ball, and then as she was serving, the whistle blew him motioning her.
Shouldn't they still stopped it?
They should have.
Because the whistle should be stopping everything.
Right, you shouldn't, again, you have to wait for the ref to beckon you to serve.
Barnett, the good serve, 24-13. Set by Bardsley, far side. Siegel, what a bit long out of bounds, but a save. Miller, Rippin, back row. Picked up by Siegel, bumped over by Hansen. Chance for the East right here. Swanson, Miller works the middle this time. Schroeder, good dig by Steinbeck, set by Hedmonic. Siegel, another kill, and on the way and good. Another chance, I should say. It's 24-14.
Yeah, she's trying to keep him in it ball by herself. Again, good sets there. May Siegel able to take advantage.
24-14. East, set point number 2 for them. Elizabeth Reeves of Chase County High School back at the service line. Trying to keep the West alive on the serve. Barnett right there. Set by Miller. Hit over by Schroeder. Chance for the West. Hedmonic. Bumped over by Siegel. Back row, back penalist Swanson. Set by Miller. Rippin gets a swing off a partial tip of the net. Good dig by Callie Cox. Far side Siegel. Back row picked up by Barnett. Going to be set by Miller. Dumps it over. Reeves ricochets over. Going to call a lift against Hedmonic. Just trying to keep that baby alive. But a lift called, and it's 25-14. East goes up 2-1. And we're back with set number 4 of the Wild West All-Star Volleyball Classic at the Graf Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1. Back here at the Graf Event Center, Rich Barnett, Bob Golke, Cole Barnett with the broadcast. Once again, our Kicks 96.1 YouTube channel as well. Thanks to all those folks for listening and watching the coverage once again here from the Graf Event Center. So 2-1 East. Can they get it done and win it 4-1, or we're going to have a fifth set.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, that was pretty well dominated by the East that time. Really got their blocking going up at the net.
Good serve by the East. Enjoy Rippon. Hedmonic will set up for Hansen off a partial tip of the net, and it falls. 1-0 West.
You know, the ebb and flow, like I said, you almost expect the West now to come back out with a little bit better effort or change a few things up.
And we'll see Steinbeck back at the service line once again. At the service line from, of course, Hershey High School. Set number 4, 2-1 here in the fourth. And to the top of the tape. Stubbs set up far side. Roll shot pushed over by Barnett. Steinbeck, near side, big swing, Siegel. Dug up. East has a chance. Stubbs back set far. Dumps it over, pushed it over, and the donut was open that time, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Millifar hasn't got the greatest sets to really attack with, but her placement has been pretty good here lately.
1-1 in the fourth. We'll see Zoe Evans checking back in front row. We'll see Brielle Miller from Cambridge back at the service line. She's been placing her serves pretty good at times in this match.
Yeah, she's had a good serving night, is right.
Bump set by Hedmonic. Off the net is Hansen. Right there is Miller. Stubbs. And kind of set it between the outside and the middle that time, getting a lot on it. Big swing by Siegel, and can't be dug up. Nice chance. Going to be 4 hits going to be called once again against the East, and then we're tied at 1.
Yeah, that first set was right in between Gracie Weimers and Kaylin Barnett, and again, neither player really got a great attack angle at it.
1-1, or 2-1, sorry, 2-1 ball game. Hansen back at the service line. Back row pass by Rippon, hit it straight up. It's Miller set up this time for Evans with the left hand, and it falls in. Tied at 2 apiece.
Yeah, just kind of a push more than anything else, but again, just finding the open spot.
Schroeder's going to check back in front row. Swanson will sit. 2-2 ball game in the fourth. Gracie Weimers, McCook High back at the service line. On the good shot. Now, almost that thing was going to get over and just would have been an ace serve. I don't know if anybody would have dug it up, and it missed it 3-2 East or 3-2 West All-Stars.
Yeah, just had a chance maybe to crawl over, and again, that would have been a tough save for anybody.
Bardsley back at the service line, Juanita Palisade High School. Right there's Rippon, bump set by Miller, and now Swanson will have to send it over. Bardsley sets up for Callie Cox. This one's going to go wide, out of bounds, tied at 3 apiece.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get on top of it enough, just out by about a foot there on the back corner. And we have another lost volleyball.
Where's Lance at? Dang it.
Well, at least it's equal opportunity. We've had both sides of the court covered.
Exactly right. Barnett back at the service line at 3-3. Good serve, right? The good pickup by Bruner's back in the ball game. Reached over, and it's going to be didn't clear the net that time. 4-3. Or was the block there? Or just
well, I think it did hit the top of the net, but Reagan Schroeder was right there to handle that one. So
4-3 East up in the fourth. On the good serve, right at Bruner. Handles it. Bardsley, bump set, sent over by Hedmonic. Right there, dug up. Sent over by Rippon on the second chance. Chance for the West to use it. Steinbeck down the line. It's straight up by Barnett. Saved by Swanson. Free balled over now by Brielle Miller. Chance for the West. Still short set it to Cox. Blocked to the net. Kept alive by the West. Sent over by Siegel. Right there is Rippon. Set by Miller. Return pass to Joy with the left hand. And it drops in the donuts open. It's 5-3 East.
At that time, definitely able to use the left hand there and just, again, tap it over and finding that open spot.
5-3 East leads in the fourth. Barnett back at the service line. Right back against Bruner. It's Bardsley back set. Siegel in the net. Didn't clear the net. 6-3 East in the fourth.
Yeah, again, East has had a lot of success blocking, and I think that might be getting into the heads of the West a little bit there because, again, those last two really didn't have a chance to go over.
On the good short serve this time. McNair had, Steinbeck had to reset that time. Chance for the East to use it. Miller, far side, Rippon, big swing, dug up by Steinbeck. It'll be set. Bardsley, near side, big swing by Siegel. Boy, she gets a good set. She's put it away every time. It's 6-4.
She's definitely had the most impressive attacks tonight when she's been set up correctly.
6-4 ball game. As we'll see now, Siegel back in the back to serve. Good serve. And Barnett let that thing go over her head that time. That's another a week-long grounding right there.
Thought I was going to sail long, but dropped in clearly there. Nice call by the line judge.
6-5 ball. I don't know if she got the free throw line mixed up to the back line.
Right. Well, a lot of lines on the court out there, actually.
6-5 ball game. Back set Miller. Zoe Evans in the net. 6-6. Tie ball game in the fourth.
Yeah, again, legs might be getting tired for both of these teams now, but a little more trouble elevating to hit that ball over.
6-6 in the fourth. East leads 2-1. Good serve right there is Swanson. Bump set by Miller. Right there's Rippon. Back row pass by Bruner. Going to be set. Bardsley. Steinbeck. It's a good swing. Right there is Barnett. Bump set by Miller. Send it over. Right there is Hudmonic. Sends it over. Chance for the East to use it. Rippon off a partial tip, and it was tipped to the net. No doubt about that. Thing took off, and it's 7-6 East.
Yeah, again, definitely could see the change in direction as the ball elevated off the hands there. Nice, again, attack by Joey Rippon.
7-6 ball game. We'll see Stubbs back at the service line. Miller Farr back in the front row. 7-6 East lead. Line drive serve. Picked up nicely by Bruner. Steinbeck sends it over. Chance for the West. Stubbs, far side. Rippon off a block. Going to be dug up. Nice effort that time, Bruner, but just sent a little sideways. 8-6 East by 2.
Yeah, again, nice attack by Joy Rippon there, playing on the front left.
8-6 in the fourth. Good serve right at McNair. Good first pass by Bren that time. Steinbeck cross-court out of bounds wide. 9-6. 3-point East lead and timeout. West All-Stars. We're back to the Graph Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1. Graph Event Center 9-6. First time out taken by the West. East with a 3-point lead, Bob, and they got things rolling again. I don't think they want to fall behind by 8 and 9 points like they did last set.
Yeah, again, I'm going to take that time out a little bit quicker there. And again, the East just seems to be playing just a little bit better defense overall, certainly in the second half of that third set, and certainly to start this one out.
And Mateus Stubbs back at the service line for the East, leading by 3. Set number 4 up 2-1. 9-6 our score. Set up Bardsley. Hedmonic pushes it over. Right there is Rippon. And tipped over this time by Schroeder. Right there is Hedmonic. Big swing by Steinbeck that time off of the East out of bounds and a point to the West. Much needed point 9-7.
Yeah, again, that caused Joey Rippon to reach for that one. And again, when you got your arms extended like that, you're in a pretty vulnerable position.
Callie Cox back at the service line. 9-7 East. Back row pass by Rippon. And overpass. Tipped over by Hansen and it falls. 9-8.
Yeah, Olivia Hansen, kind of an excuse me swing there. Would have, if she recognized it sooner, would have got up to kill that. But again, nice placement on that ball.
Kelly Cox back at the service line. A 9-8 East by 1. Back row pass by Rippon. Going to be set by Stubbs. Back set this time to Schroeder. Off a block. Kills on the way and good. It's 10-8.
Yeah, again, she went up against Hansen and Steinbeck, too. So, again, Reagan Schroeder, she's had a pretty effective, as the game has wore on, she's gotten more points and been really a kind of a nice touch for the East up at the net.
Emerson Swanson back to serve. Gracie Weimer's back in the front row for the East. Good line drive serve, and it's going to be an ace serve. A line drive bullet off of Bardsley back row. It's 11-8 East by 3.
Not sure that might have stayed, if that would have stayed in. That had a lot of mustard on that one, and again, just kind of reached out there.
Swanson played for, of course, Coach Kate Warner down at Arapahoe High School. Good serve. Good dig by McNair. Hedmonic near side Hansen off a block and then shanked out of bounds by the East. Point to the West. It's 11-9.
Yeah, again, nice attack set up there by the West.
Reeves will spell Bardsley. Setting up front. Hedmonic back to the service line. Back row pass by Swanson. Not again. Dug up by Stubbs and pushed over by Farr. Good save that time. And now the West can't do anything with it. Have to push it over. Right there's Rippon. Stubbs Joy gets a return. The set wasn't high enough that time. In the net, it's point to the West. So it's a 1-point game, 11-10.
Yeah, need to get that up there just a little bit more there for Joy Rippon. She had a good attack angle at it.
11-10, East by 1. Hedmonic back at the service line. Short serve. And far on the second chance hits it over. And the West can't. Good effort in the dig that time. Back row by McNair that time. But in the net, couldn't dig it up. It's 12-10.
Yeah, good. Finally, Millifar got a ball she could handle and had a little bit of a good swing at the front of the net there.
Joy Rippon back to serve at 12-10 East. Good serve. A little sideways. Hedmonic. Big swing by Steinbeck. The block was there, but it goes wide out of bounds. Weimers and Barnett both there, but couldn't keep it in play. It's 12-11.
Yeah, both players right there, just not able to get their arms kind of turned to keep that ball on the inside of the line.
Steinbeck back at the service line at 12-11. Subs checking back in. May Siegel back in the front row for the West All-Stars. Good serve, back row pass by Rippon. Right there is going to be Stubbs. Far side Barnett. Cross court, picked up by Hedmonic. And we're going to have 2 hits going to be called against the West. Well, just had a chance to get a tie last couple of times and miscues, and it's back to a 2-point game.
Yeah, Liv Zrees there just quite got both hands kind of separated there a little bit. So again, the 2 hit there is East is going to try and close things out.
Real Miller back at the service line at 13-11. East by 2 again. Back row pass by Bruner, going to be set by Hedmonic. May Siegel pushes it over. Barnett right there, set by Miller. Barnett gets a return. Back row pass picked up by Steinbeck. Siegel, cross court. Dumped over with second pass by Weimers that time. Pushed over by the West. Miller's right there, though. Set up for Weimers in the middle. Parsley tipped the net, kept alive by the West. Hedmonic works the middle to Hansen. Cross court, out of bounds, long. Those two have hooked up so many times over the years. West wanted a tip and didn't get it.
Yeah, all players that simultaneously were looking for the tip, too. Both line judges shook their head no.
14-11, 3-point East lead in the fourth. East up 2-1.
No replay today.
That can't replay. The replay scoreboard's broke. Hansen sends it over, and a little roll shot over, and count that kill. It's 14-12.
Yeah, again, really tight on the line there. Basically hit at the intersection of the 10-foot line and the sideline. So, again, good placement by Olivia Hansen.
Hansen back at the service line at 14-12 in the fourth. Line drive serve right at Barnett. Going to be set by Miller. Far side, Zoe Evans. Dug up, and now push over by Hansen. Bump set by Miller. Barnett will get a swing. Cross-court kill is off of Bruner. Bruner out of bounds. No, went off of, yeah, that's right. Or it went off of Siegel out of bounds, and out of bounds at 15-12.
Yeah, again, really nice setup by the East there and a good attack by Kaylin Barnett.
15-12. Gracie Weimer's back at the service line. A 3-point game. On the good serve. And Steinbeck, her first pass kind of led in the net, and chance for the East use it. Miller back set. Evans partially blocked to the net. Weimers, and now bump. That's going to be 4. Is that 4 hits? That was, or 2 hits going to be called. Sorry. 15-13.
Yeah, I thought there might have been some contact there at the net, but
15-13. East by 2.
Definitely reminiscent of the first couple sets.
Yeah.
The back and forth.
Bardsley back at the service line for the West. Back row pass by Swanson. Miller back set. Barnett gets a swing. Cross court kill and goes off of Bardsley out of bounds. That probably would have went wide. Maybe it would have been close.
It was dropping, but
was
again,
it?
Yeah. Instead, it went about row 6 of the section over there.
16-13 on the kill, and now Barnett back to the service line at 16-13 in the fourth. (16-13) East on the good serve. Short serve. Going to be an ace serve. And maybe sunk. Bruner couldn't quite dig it up at 17-13.
Boy, yeah, that was a mid-season form serve there. Boy, that was really hard to handle.
4-point East lead, 17-13. On the serve. Line drive this time. Picked up by Hedmonic. It'll be set. Bardsley pushed over by Cox. Pushed back over, and a great play. Zoe Evans said, heck with it. Back row, back right is open, and down the line and point 18-13. And timeout, West. 18-13 East. We're back to the Graph Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1. Rich, Bob, and Cole back here at the Graph Event Center, 18-13. West burns a timeout. Bob, you cannot let this lead. If you want to force a fifth set, this leads at 5, and we're getting deep into this fourth set.
Yeah, again, closer you get to 20, that's kind of the cutoff, in my opinion. You start building that lead, you get 5 points ahead with the 20 mark. Again, that's going to really make it tough for the West to come back.
18-13 off the West timeout. Kaylin Barnett back at the service line, and a 5-point lead. On the good serve, back row pass by Steinbeck, hit a little sideways. Hedmonic will push it over. Chance for the East to use it. Brielle Miller worked the middle to Schroeder. Her kill's on the way and good. I done mixing things up, and the big middle in there's had some good hits. It's 19-13.
Yeah, again, Reagan Schroeder continues to impress here from Cozad High School. Again, she's had some nice setups, but her choice of where she's hit the ball has been just excellent.
Barnett back at the service line again at 19-13. Hanson back row picked up. Bardsley, Hedmonic off a block, kills on the way and good. 19-14 off the Hedmonic kill.
Yeah, again, boy, that was a left front position for Kylie Hedmonic, and again, she was able to time that one just perfectly.
Her parents weren't so darn short. Boy, she would have been 5'10". Holy smokes, look out. Good dig by Barnett, going to be set by Miller. Far side, Joy Rippon, a good look that time, blocked by the West, bump set by Miller. Rippon gets another chance, dumps it over. Chance for Hedmonic near side. Steinbeck cross court, and it's good. Swanson was nearest to it that time, just couldn't quite reach it. It's 19-15.
Yeah, kind of pinched the middle a little bit there, and really Steinbeck there kind of took a little off that one. She knew she had plenty of room over there, just wanted to guide the ball over to that right sideline. Back
at the service line. Once again, East trying to rally, bump set by Miller. Rippon gets a chance off a partial. It's picked up by, knocked over by Callie Cox that time. Chance for the East here. Bardsley. Steinbeck cross court. They go same place that time, and the same result, 19-16.
Yeah, again, just taking advantage of that sideline there. And again, Emerson Swanson back in that corner, a lot of ground to cover.
And the West has come back and down by just 3 after the timeout. Siegel at the service line. Swanson, good first pass. Miller. Rippon off the top of the tape. Did it fall? And it did. Boy, Hedmonic thought it was going to go out of bounds. I think she let it go, and then Bardsley gave it a chance, and the East are the first one to 20.
Yeah, kind of a bunt single there over the top of the net. Just as, again, Joy Rippon decided rather than the power just to go with the placement.
By the way, who's winning that College World Series Game 1 tonight, Cole? Look at that and see who's winning that game. Love to be there for that one. 2016 Stubbs on the good serve. Back row pass by Hanson, set by Bardsley. Steinbeck at the swing, and this one is going to go wide. Swanson goes, thank you very much. Finally won, it's 21-16.
Yeah, by the way, Cole, find out who won the Ohio Derby for me, would you, too?
That's the big one today?
That's the big one today,
yeah.
That's right.
Florida and LSU.
You know, the last time we talked, Rich, was 2 weeks ago. Do you remember what happened 2 weeks ago?
With the Belmont, no. Yeah, Belmont, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that guy on the radio picked the right horse.
Yeah, that's right. And a missed serve by Stubbs, make it 21-17. That was one of the best days of your life, wasn't it?
It was a very good day and a good race, yes.
Yeah, put a score up, will you? 21-17, our score here in the fourth, the East with the lead. And back to service, Callie Cox for the West. And down the line, good dig by Barnett, saved. And now bumped over by Rippon. Chance for the West to use it right here, trailing by 4. Back set, Hedmonic down the line. Right there is Barnett, going to be set by Stubbs. Back set far, kills on the way and good.
Really nice set there, Milla Farr. Great setup for her. And again, the last 2 attacks she's had have been very successful.
22-17, Emerson Swanson Arapahoe back at the service line. Swanson on the good line drive serve, and it's going to be an ace serve. Boy, she has served some bullets last time she's been down there. Back there, it's 23-17.
Yeah, she has really been a good, excellent on the serves.
And the East are 2 points away from the win on the good serve. This one hit the top of the tape, and it falls. When you're lucky, you're lucky,
wow.
huh?
That is just amazing. I mean, that's taking a chance when you're just sending bullets over like that.
And here's match point number 1 for the East. Trying to win it in 4. On the good line drive serve. McNair's right there. It's going to be overpass Weimers. Right there. Stubbs ripping a swing. Dug up by McNair. Going to be set by Bardsley. Steinbeck blocked to the net. Hit over. East bump set. And now bumped over by Swanson. Right there's McNair with a good first pass. The work is Hanson this time. Blocked. And East, can they recover? Yes. Rippon cross court. Kept alive by the West again. Steinbeck sends it over. Good dig by Barnett. Back row going to be set by Stubbs and going to be called for 2 hits. Yeah. Just the angle wasn't there. Probably should have let her just bump set at that time. And point.
Tried to do the overhand instead of just exactly.
Point West, 24-18. Match point number 2 for the East right here. 24-18. Harmonic gets first serve. Swanson. Stubbs. Back set. Rip in. And it falls in. And point to the East. They win it. I thought I heard a whistle. What? You're going to replay it?
Believe it or not, I think the player got her hand underneath the ball.
Okay.
I think it looked like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're gesturing to match coaches over for the East. But again, hopefully.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I thought the hand. I think the whistle was a little premature before the ball actually hit the floor.
Got a nice pancake, huh?
Exactly.
Overpass by the West. Joust to the net, and Hansen. The kills on the way good, 24-19.
Do you believe in miracles?
I was going to say that. Just think if this thing comes back and on the East on them. They have set point number or match point number 3 now, 24-19 in the 4th. Hedmonic back at the service line. The good serve right there is Swanson, going to be set by Stubbs. Back set of Rippin. Back row pass a little backwards. Hedmonic, and now Steinbeck sends it over. Swanson's right there. Stubbs back set, Millafar. Off a block, tipped over, kept alive. Farr will set it up far side. Rippin, back row picked up by McNair, was still playing. Hedmonic, and now bumped over. Can the East set it up here? Swanson, Stubbs, dumps it over, and it falls on the dump over. Good effort, 25-19. The final, and the East wins it in 4 in this one. Back to wrap it up our coverage from the Graf Event Center shortly on Kicks 96.1. We're back here at the Graf Event Center. Rich Barnett, Bob Golke, Cole Barnett, as the East wins it in 4 in this one, 25-19 here in the 4th. And, you know, they were tight first and second sets, Bob. Third set, not so much. And in the 4th set, kind of got away once again from the West, and the East took advantage of it.
Exactly. Boy, I bet the West really would like to play that first set over again. Led almost 85 of the time. And, again, when the East came back to get that first set, that really kind of got the West back on their heels. So, again, these last 2 sets really certainly the third set dominated by the East. And, again, 4th set here, too, as things got tight towards the end, they just able to stretch that lead out. And, again, coming back, you know, you have 6, 7, 8 set or match points. It's pretty hard to come back from that.
Well, this is going to be the last time that Coach Kopsa and MCC, at least – they have said, talking to Coach, they're going to host this thing. Maybe, hopefully, somebody can take it on and keep it going for next year.
Yeah, you would think that there certainly would be some interest in the area. It's a great, representation of the athletes that we have here. So, again, hopefully somebody will pick her up.
Exactly right. So, Bob, thank you very much.
Always a pleasure. Good time tonight.
You bet. We'll be anxiously awaiting you and I for the start of fall sports and return to Coach's Coffee Club and get out to St. Ertz and enjoy our coaches and everything like that. You're going to be back in the doing volleyball games and help us out with football and volleyball and everything. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great year. I'm sure it'll be fun to get yelled at by people from various counties throughout the state of Nebraska.
For Bob Golke, Cole Barnett doing a great job in the camera work tonight. I'm Rich Barnett. Thanks a lot for listening to our coverage of the Wild West All-Star Volleyball Classic on Kicks 96.1.